Hello, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on today is we are preparing a Windows XP environment that is a VMware environment, and we are migrating it to Proxmox virtual environment as KVM. This procedure is great because it allows me to migrate what I use, from VMware all the way over to a totally new environment and on a totally new machine. Currently, what's going on right now is that I am uninstalling VMware tools and just waiting for the process to complete. And then I'll talk about um, what I'm doing also too is I'm going to enable E like the IDE net like the IDE, not the ID network. uh, and that's basically what's going on right now. Um, so in the filming of this, I'm just like struggling to get this VMware tools removed. It's going to be a little slow here because what's happened is I'm recording, I'm running a virtual machine on top of the same hardware, and this hardware is just antiquated. So the video will be filmed on another machine for the most part. So I'm going to pause it, and I mean, it should not be taking this long to remove VMware tools, but these are the steps that has to occur in order for this to happen. I'm going to pause it now. Okay, I finally got the VMware tools uninstalled. I'm going to restart later. I want to show one more thing. I want to talk about this other file here that is very important. And I mean, if you're unable to get VMware tools uninstalled, like this this next step is very important. We have to make sure that we enable IDE, which for all intents and purposes, I've already did it, but I'm just going to show you guys how to do it real quick. So I need to go. Yes. No, we'll clean this disk up later. Um, let's see if I can go my J drive and well, yeah, hopefully we can clean that up real nice when we get it into the other environment. I didn't expect it to be so low in disk space. I usually give these things like 20, 25 megabytes or gigabytes of disk space, but I must have been really low with the resources and didn't really have. I don't want to add or remove programs right now. But we are going to clean up the recycling bin and all that stuff. Let's see if we can get this open here. Alright, so there we go. We got a J drive opening up. Let's see, I'm going to go here. And real soon, what we're going to be doing is I'm just going to show you how to get this registry. The file that we're looking at here, um, let me zoom in, see if that works. No. Alright, so I would, copy it to your desktop or whatever have you. And let's try that again. You can download this file on the web. I will try to point it out to where it is and everything like that. But Oh man, even to do something simple with this virtual machine. Like I said, it's gonna be running a lot better, a lot faster once we get it migrated over. Um, but in the meantime, for demonstration purposes, let's see if we could try and get this thing going. Okay, so what I come to the conclusion is this computer's not responding properly right now, and that's fine. I've already installed this registry edit. It's very important that you do so. You pretty much you open it, you click it. Um, but I think what I want to do now is I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can shut this machine down and prepare it for the migration. So let's do that. I mean, the way I'm running this machine is I'm running it through the network. It's really slow. Um, let's see. When I click anything on the desktop, let's see, nothing happens. I click on that and say I want to open it, which I don't really need to. I already did this. Um, so let's get this migrated over to the next environment, the Proxmox environment. And everything's been done. The two things that you have to do is uninstall VMware tools, and then you have to run this mergeide zip file so that the registry can be changed to boot from IDE, which is very necessary for the KVM. Alright, so with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and shut this down. It doesn't even want to let me do that. Huh. Go figure. Let's see if we could do it here. See, it's really stuck. I mean, it's like half working and half not. And that's fine, but this is making this video take a little longer than I want it to. Can't click on nothing. Well, I only got one choice now. I mean, it's not like I did everything I needed to. I know this is funny. It doesn't want to shut down. That's fine. So we'll stop it right there. And then I'm going to try to run it again just to get in there and get out of it. And then I'm going to prepare for the next steps in terms of preparing the disk, moving the disk over. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what we are doing now is we are in the process of preparing the disk for usage in Proxmox. So what I did was I typed up a command here, and what we are doing is basically we are preparing a disk file. We're going to change the VMDK disk file with VMware Disk Manager to a single growable file that is located in my installation path. So all we're going to do is what I've done thus far is I went ahead, I opened up a command prompt to the directory in which I want to perform this conversion, and I'm going to drop in my command and hopefully see if it works. Let's try this. Uh, the path. So we got a little technical glitch here. Let me try to change a couple of things. I know. Alright, so me try this. I know this is wonky like that. Let's see. I think it needs to be specified that way. I don't know if this will work, but we'll give it a shot. Well, we are there. And why is it not finding the file specify? Uh, VMDK. So why would it not be finding the path specified? That's weird. And it's 255 into the moon. Maybe if we try without the quotation marks, would that work? I just want this to work, ladies and gentlemen, that's all. I mean, don't we all? I mean, what path is it not able to find? That didn't work. Oh, I know why. I need to navigate to... I need to navigate to my... Let's see where everything is. I need to change... It's a silly error on my part. I'm going to... I guess it's program files, VMware, VMware workstation, copy address as text. Alright, let's see. And let's give it a shot and see what else comes up. What do we have to lose, right? Alright. Alright, here we are in my command prompt window. I'm going to paste it in. Hopefully this works for us. And the disk is being converted. Yes. Good stuff. I'm going to pause the video and I'll come back when it's done. And I'll show you what to do next. Okay, we are back. We see that the conversion of the virtual disk is successful. Just to recap, what we did was we had to convert. Essentially, what we had to do was we had to change the VMDK disk file to a single growable file. And I think this will help us with our disk problem. The next thing that we are going to do is we're going to prepare to upload the image that we just converted to we're going to upload the image that we just converted to the Proxmox web server, and we're going to do all that stuff. We're going to set it up on Proxmox. Let's get that started. All right, so we did the disk conversion. Now the next thing that we're going to want to do is I'm going to copy this address as text, bring it over to this environment. I'm going to go there. Let's go. We are right there where we need to be. Okay, next we are going to upload this file into the server, the Proxmox server, um, by using a little program. Let's see if I can find it. I got so many programs installed. It's man. Oh, what do we use for such a thing? Hold on. We use WinSCP. So I'm gonna log in to my host. Everything's fine, and I'm gonna look at the instructions to see where I'm supposed to upload this again. Uh, uh, Let me go back up here. Let me go up. Go to VZ. Let's see, where do I need to upload these images? Alright, so we need to, since we're logged into the Proxmox virtual environment server, we need to go verify images, and we need to change the file to QCal2 format. So let me get my navigate to the right place. As a matter of fact, while we're here, I may as well log into my virtual environment and create the VM that I'm going to need. Log in. Excuse me. So what we're going to be doing is I'm going to create a VM, but I'm not going to start it. So I'm going to be in node H. My name is H. I'm going to call it XPFB 3394. We're not going to start at boot. Let's see, there's no resource pool. Let's see. Okay. Let me take this back here. Let me see if that works. Alright, I'm going to click next. You can't have no spaces. I'm not going to use any media. Be sure to set the operating system so it's Microsoft Windows. It's going to be XP 2003. Click next. The system will use the default graphics interface and all that stuff. Next, we're going to work on a hard disk. I'm going to give it. I know that it's an 8 gig disk. I'm going to move it down and I'm going to put more. You got to give it more. At least more than what the size of the disk is. And let's see, next. I'm going to give it the amount. It's going to be one socket, 2 cores, because that's what we were running. It was 2 cores. I'm going to click next on that. We'll leave it with the memory of 512. That's what we had. Network, I'm just going to, like, and we'll use the firewall with that. It won't hurt anything. It's going to bridge off of what we have. And I'm gonna click next, look over and confirm everything. We got 2 cores. We're putting at 20. Hopefully that 20 carries over because we did make a growable file, and that maybe will help our disk problems. All right, so now we are going to prepare to, load this machine up. I think what we're going to do is uh, I'm going to call this 105, new folder, new directory. I'm just going to name it 105. I'm going to take a look at some of these other directories and just to see what I did in the past. All right, so we're going to upload our image, but where? Where do we need to upload this image? I just want to be sure where to upload this image before I start uploading this image. All right, so we're in BZ images, the images used. So I'm going to go ahead and take the file that I converted and upload it up to, let's see where I need to go. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to upload this image file here, and then we're going to convert it to the proper KCalc2 format. And then once that is done, and we are able to, link the machine together with this image, we should be fine um, to start the machine in Proxmox. And with a few minor, you know, uh, setting changes, alterations, we should be set. So let me pause this. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we seem to have what we need on the server. Everything got uploaded, everything, and okay. Um, Now the next step that we have to do is we have to convert this image to the QEMU format. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna prepare I'm gonna prepare to connect PuTTY to this machine that has Proxmox. All right. All right. Let me go ahead and open the connection. I'm gonna log in. Okay, we are logged in and everything. And I'm gonna get ahead and I'm gonna see if I could modify this command to fit my needs real quick. We need to convert, but we're gonna have to get the path of the file. So we're gonna have to get the path. So where's this file located? Let's see if I could copy the path to the clipboard. And see if we can go ahead and convert this file this way. And actually, that's hope 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 Alright. Take the whole file name, path the file and the file name. And see if this will work for us. Alright, in my putty window, I'm going to see if this does. And we're going to, step back and give it a little while. It's going to take a minute or two. So once again, I'll just go ahead and pause the video when everything's complete, and then we'll go from there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, once the file has been converted, it comes back with your prompt, and you'll notice that I did it the first time, but I couldn't find the file that I wanted, and I did it again. As you'll notice, if we go to where this file would be in my images in 105, I'm going to delete this as we do not need it. I'm going to just go ahead and delete it. Delete the VDMK. Alright, now we're going to prepare to, I'm going to close the session. Oops. Well, everything's been converted, so we don't need the session anymore. Now, I'm going to have to actually open another session because I got to do an import. I got to import. We converted the image. Let's see. I got to look for. I got to import. Alright, so real quick, import QEMU, import QCal 2. Alright, so what's the command for that? We're going to need to, I just need the command. Somehow we gotta import this image. Ah. Because I'll show you guys real quick, if I was to start this machine right now, it would not work. So I need to somehow tie that to my disk, and then I should be fine. So alright, so yeah. So we converted the file. But I just want to learn about image import. QEMU command. All right. Because I gotta somehow tie that image to my machine in order for it to start. I forget what I did to exactly do that, and maybe. So let's take a look at my Proxmox environment. I know. Alright, so let me think about it and come back to you. Alright, so returning back to the video, I am going to use this command and see if we can get it to import the disk. Storage disk VM105 disk 0 does not exist. Interesting, interesting, interesting. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Uh, so you're saying, so I'm gonna try this and see what happens there. Alright, back to putty. Alright, we need to import the disk. Oh, I got too many arguments, that's why. I figured it out. Alright, this should do it. This should do it. Alright, so what we have to do is we have to import the disk, and then once we import the disk, we should have no problem starting it. Permitted that you've installed everything or uninstalled with VMware tools and then did the registry edit, this should be able to start just fine. And that's what we are going to get ready to do. But the thing I noticed is that it created a disk 1, so we're going to have to see about making a change in our virtual environment web interface. Alright, and I'm going to take this disk off because notice that it created unused disk 0. So we're going to take this disk off. I'm going to detach it. And I'm going to attach this one. Actually, no. I'm going to add this disk and this. So I double click on it, I add it. It's ready to go. I'm going to give it a shot. Go to the console. And it seems to want to load. Let's see if I could get rid of some of the storage. Gonna log in. And basically there you have it. I mean, essentially what we did was we moved this VM from one environment to the next. We got a lot of settings that we're gonna have to mess with. Let's see what settings we got. Give it some give it some give it some resolution to the desktop here. Oh my gosh. Let's see if I can expand the window. We'll keep these settings for now. We'll cancel out of that, cancel out of that, cancel out of that, cancel all of that. It'll get used to it. This is amazing. I'm pretty impressed with the fact that we were able to get this installed and up and running. Uh, I'll go ahead and restart the computer and see what we could do for disk space. Pretty neat, though. Pretty neat. Well, thank you guys for watching. Peace.